All right, good morning, traders. Today is September 24th, 2024. My name is John Carrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room. Thank you for being here. I want to thank everybody out there in digital land, everybody that leaves a thumbs up, kind comments. Appreciate that likes my my videos and my content. All you people out there in digital land, love you as well. Thank you for being there for me. Appreciate that a lot. I'm honored. Thank you. And everybody that's here in the room, thank you for being here. All right, so my SPY pivot this morning is 568.45. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. Yesterday, GLD, GLTR made new all-time highs. All of the Fab 5 are still in daily uptrends. FNGU and IWM made lower highs and lower lows, closing over their 17 EMAs. One closed in the bullish trap, one closed over it. SPY closed with a 2-hour uptrend and a 10-minute uptrend. SPY QQQ and Diamond Down made higher highs and higher lows, closing over bullish traps over their 17 EMAs. Gold and silver, both in uptrends. Obviously, gold made a new all-time high. Silver made a lower high and a lower low, closing inside a bullish trap over its 17 EMA. That's still bullish. UNG in an uptrend made a higher high and a higher low. I was talking about that one. I expect that one to run up there to the 200 SMA. Okay, so that UNG in an uptrend made a higher high, higher low, closing over the bullish trap again over the 17 EMA. USO in a downtrend, trying to fight that off. Made an outside day yesterday. Closing, outside day is a higher high and a lower low. Closing inside a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. US dollar index still in the downtrend, kind of bear flagging right now, like that. Okay, closed near the 100.92 area. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. Price action. Let me just take this out of the way, okay? Just remove that. Okay, so price action for yesterday. Okay, another little doji pause candle. So what we got here is a higher low, higher high, closing over a bullish trap. That's the 3 EMA. That's the thin yellow line over the white 8 EMA. Okay, that's the white thin line. So we got a bullish trap. You see the space in between it. Okay, that's a bullish trap right there because the 3 is on top of the 8. Both of those price, the 3, the 8, all on top of a rising 17 EMA. Okay, so that's bullish. That's an uptrend. Okay, so price action closing over the trap. Okay, which is also over the 17 EMA. That's the green dots right there. So there's SPY in a daily uptrend. SPY making new higher lows and higher highs up here. Okay, so you look 2 days ago, okay, we made a new all-time high there on Thursday. Okay, so about 3 trading days ago, new all-time high on SPY. Okay, they're not giving it up. They've moved up and they're moving over. Let's take a look at price action. Actually, we'll take a look at the 2-hour. 2-hour, we have the same thing. Notice the 3, which is the thin yellow line, on top of the white 8 EMA. That's a bullish trap there. Price action, you got price, the 3, the 8, all over a rising 17 EMA. Okay, so there is a 2-hour uptrend right there. Okay, let's take a look at the 10-minute. Here's the 10-minute coming into the close. Okay, you've got the price, the 3 on top of the 8, all on top of the 17 coming into the close. You can see there is another bullish trap. So we have another 10-minute uptrend. So we got a daily uptrend, a 2-hour uptrend, and a 10-minute uptrend coming into the close yesterday. Okay, so what do we got this morning? Well, it looks like we're above yesterday's close, so that would be bullish. All right, the trap may be bearish, but in the post market, but that is bullish to be up above yesterday's close right there. So price in the pre-market slamming down into the minor support right here. That's the highs. That's the peaks. Let's map that out for you. Okay, so this would be minor support. See that peak right there? in this peak right here. Okay, and there's price action coming into this peak right there, and then moving back up. Okay, so bouncing off of minor support. Okay, what else is going on? We're making higher lows and higher highs, and higher lows and higher highs. So we're looking for, guess what? Another higher low and hopefully a higher high somewhere up there. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's take that off. So on today's price action here for today on SPY, we're going to put the pivot in, which is 568, right about there. 568.45, right there. Okay, you can see where price action comes down to it and takes off above. Comes down to it, takes off above. So here's the pivot, 568.45. Above this, I'm a bull. Below this, I'm a bear. Okay, so if I'm looking for today, I'm looking for 10-minute uptrends where green erases red as an entry. Okay, I'm looking for 10-minute uptrends where green erases red over the pivot. All right, that's what I'm looking for. Under the pivot, I would be looking for red erases green. Okay, 10-minute downtrend under the pivot. Okay, over it, I'm looking for green erases red. Really sloppy here. Really sloppy right there. Okay, so yesterday, that's yesterday's price action for SPY. What happens today? I don't know. Let's take another look at this and see what else we got. Okay, something's not working. Here we go. All right, so we have consolidation. So we have right here is consolidation over prior consolidation. That's bullish. Bulls are starting to fill the gap. That's bullish. Okay, let's just look at all the bullish things that are going on. Okay, price action is consolidating over prior consolidation. That's bullish. Price action is filling the gap. That's bullish. Okay, let's back out a little bit more. Okay, let's put in the quad lines. So we came from this location to this location. So here's our quad lines. See if we can get those in there. See if we can drag them all the way over. Okay, price is over the midpoint. That's bullish. Okay, like to see price up in this quadrant right here. This is quadrant 4. That's where I'd like to see price. Hey, look what we got going on. See that? That's quadrant 4. Price is up there, kind of trying to consolidate up there in quadrant 4. That's bullish. Price in the upper third is bullish. Price over the midpoint is kind of neutral to bullish, but it is bullish up there. Okay, but really, I like to see it up in the upper third. That's my preferable location. If it wants to contain itself within quadrant 4, well, hey, I'll take that. I'll take that. I like that. I like that even more. All right. So there's SPY this morning. Looking for green erases red. Okay. 10-minute entries. Okay. Over the pivot. All right. To play for uptrends. Okay. Yesterday was kind of another tough day. This was a tough day right here. See, price came underneath VWAP, then over VWAP, then under VWAP, then over VWAP. Then we started another day. Okay, had a 10-minute uptrend with no follow-through because they were running into resistance, came back under VWAP, over VWAP, and again, not much for 10-minute uptrends with follow-through right there. So that was a difficult day. This was a difficult day. Hopefully we can get a nice run. Okay, this was even a difficult day because it gapped up the whole way. So they stole all the mojo out of that one. Okay, you only had this run up from here up to there. So you had a run from 570 up to wherever this high is, 570 to 80, right up there. So $2.50. Yesterday was contained within $2. Okay, the price action from the highs to the lows all it was just chop, 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 chop around right there. So there's SPY. Hopefully we can get a nice run going. Okay, so SPY up at near the all-time highs. This is the all-time high right there. All right, let's take a look at some other clues that we're looking for in the morning, because that's what we look for. We look for the clues. Okay, so let's go to the hourly chart. Actually, let's go to the 2 hour. Okay, so here's the recent high. Let's put an anchored VWAP on that. Okay, we're up over the recent high. That's an indication, and we have an uptrend. Okay, that's an indication money is flowing into the market. This is the prior all-time high over there. Let's go put an anchored VWAP on that. Okay, that's back in July. Okay, price is up over the prior all-time high anchored VWAP, and okay, we have an uptrend. So that's another indication money is flowing into the market. Okay, not to mention making new all-time highs. If that doesn't tell you money's flowing into the market, you know, maybe you can tell me what's wrong with that. So there's SPY, money's flowing into the market up over the all-time high anchored VWAPs, all right, or prior high anchored VWAPs and a recent high anchored VWAP. Okay, so there's SPY. All right, so let's take a look at what else did I want to look at. I wanted to. We're gonna get to the technicals. That'll help. That'll help also confirm. Actually, I'll just open them up. Okay. Here we have green on T2123. We're gonna come back to this one. You can see price rising. This is the New York Stock Exchange. See that 4-week new highs right there? That's huge. All right. There's an indication money's coming into the market. Money's being injected into the market. All these 4-week new highs right here. Okay, so there's T2123. Let's go back and we'll start to look at the QQQ now. All right, so there's SPY, 2-hour uptrend, daily uptrend, 10-minute uptrend, gapping up, filling the gap down, over all-time high anchored VWAP, excuse me, over prior all-time high anchored VWAP, over recent high anchored VWAP, in an uptrend. Okay, money's flowing into this. Okay, so we're bullish. All right, no reason to be bearish, nothing at all. Okay, we're bullish, looking for those 10-minute uptrends where green erases red. So SPY, okay, uptrend, it's doing great. Okay, let's take a look at QQQ. QQQ on the daily chart, okay, kind of just like SPY, a little higher low, higher high, closing over the trap, over the 17 EMA, okay, making a higher low, making a higher high, or equal high right there. That's an uptrend right there, QQQ in an uptrend. FNGU, okay, FNGU hasn't made the higher high. We're still waiting on the bulls, all right, to make that higher high. We're waiting. Been waiting a long time, over a month now, okay, for that higher high. We got a higher high over this, just a squeaky one. See that? Just a little wick up over that high right there. It's not much, all right? FNGU making the higher low, still waiting on the bulls to make the higher high. This is kind of the one, most of the important ones, all right? One of the more important ones, if I jumbled that with my words, all right? So more important because this is 10 of the most heavily weighted stocks in the QQQ and the SPY, okay? Wherever these go, they typically jerk the two indexes with them, all right? So there's FNGU, all right? Making a higher low, still waiting for that higher high to come along, okay? So need that. Good news for FNGU, we are moving up and consolidating and holding the higher ground right here. We are moving up and hold the higher ground right there. Okay, let's get the line out, and okay, you can see price moves up and holds the higher ground. Price moves up and is holding the higher ground. Still holding that daily uptrend. You see the space between the 3 EMA over the 8. Okay, all of that over a hooking wavy 17 EMA, that's the green dots, okay? And this is the all-time high, anchored VWAP. Price is up over that, okay? That's an indication money's coming in. Okay, we got price up over it. It's not a robust rally, okay, right now. Okay, be nice to get this thing going. All right, but we're up here and we're up holding the higher ground. We've got space between the 3 and the 8, and everything's moving up right now. Okay, just not as fast as we'd like it to move up, but it's moving, and it's up, and it's holding, so it's doing good. Okay, just need it to move a little faster. All right, so there's FNGU. All right, so let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow doing the same thing. All right, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Okay, so Diamond Dow in an uptrend, making higher lows and higher highs. Okay, new all-time high for Diamond Dow was made on Thursday. Back to FNGU. All right, you can see FNGU a little bit different than SPY and QQQ. Okay, made a lower high and a low and a higher low. Okay, kind of an inside day there. Okay, closing just over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. So there's FNGU right there. Let's take a look at IWM. Okay, IWM makes a lower high and a lower low, closing inside the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. IWM making higher lows and higher highs up over the recent high anchored VWAP. Money is being injected into the IWM, FNGU, all of them. Okay, so they're up over their recent high anchored VWAPs. All right, so IWM. So we're bullish. All of these are in daily uptrends. Okay, let's take a look at our technicals, T2122. So we camped out in the buy zone. We knocked on the door of the overbought zone. We couldn't get in. The bears wouldn't open the door. Okay, but notice throughout the day we were making a little bit higher lows. Okay, a little bit higher highs. Then we got another higher low. And we got a lower high right here. But we're still camped out in the buy zone. Well, let me just say, I'll take that. It beats being inside the buyer's chop zone. It's not bad at all. I'll take it. T2123. Okay, look at this run from the bottom down here all the way up to, so this was 635 right here, all the way up to 637 up here. Yesterday, T2123 made new all-time highs. Again, all right? Again, it made new all-time highs. Money is coming into the market. Again, the projections for T2123 right up here around 638. Okay, still a little bit more ways to go. We'll see what happens. Getting a nice run up there. Okay, look at price. Green from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. Putting in more space between a rising 200 SMA and the price action. Gotta love that. Look at the 200 SMA is up over the two prior all-time high anchored, the two prior all-time high anchored VWAP, two prior all-time highs right there. Okay, there's no VWAP on here on this one. Okay, it's up over. See the 200 up over those two prior all-time highs. Okay, ripping up through, coming up, kind of giving this some lift. So we got T2123, and this could go parabolic, hyperbolic, you know, ripping into the atmosphere with price action. Don't be surprised. It's kind of building, and for it to just like rocket off into the skyline. We'll see what happens. So there's T2123 15-minute chart. Notice the higher low and the higher high. Okay, see that? Higher low, higher high. That's what we like to see. Like to see the higher low, and then we like to see the bulls come in and produce another higher high. Okay, notice the gap ups are not getting filled by the bears. That's a bullish sign. See the gap up here, not getting filled. Gap up here, not getting filled. Gap up here, not getting full. Looks like an exhaustion bar, but oh no, it's not. They're not done yet. Okay, see this move up? They're still moving higher. Okay, see them moving up? The only thing I don't like is they're not putting in any consolidation to hold this from falling down. Okay, that's the only thing that I don't like. It's when price moves up too fast, it can fall down sometimes even faster. Okay, so it would have been nice if they put in like some consolidation, and I'm not seeing much of it. I'm seeing a little bit here and a little bit there, but not really enough, and some there, some, not much, just some right there. Okay, let's go to the 3-bar chart. Okay, same deal. Price action, putting in more space between rising 200 SMA. Okay, price action, moving up, all right, up over the green 17 EMA right there. Okay, if it's a new all-time high on the 15, it's definitely a new all-time high on the 3-bar as well. Okay, so price action in an uptrend. Again, projections, same place. 638 up there, up over the 2 prior all-time highs right here. That's this green line and this thin green line right here. Okay, both of those were the 2 prior all-time highs, and price making the higher low and the higher high, moving up over this rising 200 SMA. FNGU, okay, didn't quite get the price action I wanted yesterday, but I should be thankful because price moved up and it's holding the higher ground. Okay, that's a bullish sign, moving up and holding the higher ground. We got consolidation, okay, over prior consolidation. That's bullish. Moving up, holding the higher ground. That's bullish. Not filling the gap. That's bullish. Up over a rising 200 SMA. That's bullish. All these things are bullish clues. Okay, so there's FNGU, 15-minute chart. For price action yesterday, you can see we had a little green at the beginning of the day, and for the most part, they just kind of did everything that they could just to hold their ground. It was red from after that, after about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. It was just red from there until close. Okay, but notice no lower lows. See that? No lower lows made there. That's bullish, not making lower lows on that 15-minute chart. So they just did everything they could just to hold their ground right there. So there's FNGU. All right, let's go take a look at a few sectors. Start off first sector. Start off with energy. We'll just do USO. Okay, USO's in a downtrend, but it doesn't get the memo yet because it's been moving up. All right, USO got an outside day, higher high, lower low, closing inside the bullish trap over hooking 17 EMA right there, okay? It's in a downtrend, technically. Okay, remember, it's a trend, all right, because it's making lower highs and lower lows. Okay, that makes it the trend. Okay, is it moving up? Yes, most definitely it is, but it's not a daily up trend because we're not making higher highs and higher lows. It's just moving up, having a pullback in a downtrend. Okay, USO, lower high, lower low, in a downtrend, but moving up. Okay, so there's price action for USO, trying to fight off the downtrend. Okay, UNG in an uptrend, making higher lows. Squeaky higher low right there because that's the all-time low. Squeaky higher low and higher highs. Okay, so UNG on the bigger picture, we got ourselves a bear flag. Okay, a move down and then over to the right. Okay, that's a big bear flag. We've got the W pattern showing up here. Okay, this is my typical consolidation pattern. All right, that I like to look for. Price comes down. Okay, then it goes up, then comes back down, and then goes up, and then come back. Does a little half back right here, right there. Finds a higher low, and then rips to the upside. Okay, and sometimes the same thing can happen on the downside. It can come down, up, down, pull back, make a lower high, and rip to the downside. Okay, this is my little W pattern. Okay, winner emerges on the other side of the battleground on most of these W patterns. Same with the M's, same deal. All right, so you see price action yesterday, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. So there's UNG. Where do I expect UNG to go? I think there is a 200 SMA somewhere in there. Not sure where it is. I haven't got it on my chart, at least not on this chart. My target would be, see this valley right here made by price action would be the bottom of that valley. All right, I would expect, I don't know if I get a reversal, but I expect some profit taking to occur right there, right at the bottom of that valley. Okay, I would expect some profit taking to happen there, if they happen to get that far. Okay, we'll see. Might be a while before we get there, but that's where my target would be, as well as the 200 SMA. Let me see if I can find that 200 SMA for you. Thin MAs. Go to the daily, and you can see it is at 1687. Okay, so it's likely that they hit 1687 and then put a big spike candle in with a big tall wick that reaches up and tags that valley right there. Okay, watch for that to probably happen. That comes down and tags that valley with a big spiking wick candle that tags that valley right there. We'll see what happens. All right, so there's UNG in an uptrend. All right, let's take a look at a few other things here. Let's take a look at silver and gold. Okay, GLD. Okay, right there. Go back to my other chart. GLD new all-time highs made yesterday. All right, it's in an uptrend. It's making new all-time highs. It's got to be in an uptrend. All right, so there's GLD. SLB also in an uptrend, making higher lows and higher highs. Yesterday's price action, lower high, lower low, closing in the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. It's still in an uptrend. Silver bullish, gold bullish. Okay, SMH. SMH trying to get up over this all-time high anchored VWAP. Really struggling. Got the higher low. Still waiting on the bulls to be inspired to get that uptrend going. We do have a little mini uptrend. We made a higher high there. We made a higher low here. Still waiting for the bulls to produce the higher high. So there's SMH in a weak uptrend. XLK, a little bit stronger. Notice here's the all-time high anchored VWAP. Got more days up over this all-time high anchored VWAP. So we've got a higher low, still waiting again for bulls to produce the higher high. Same with XLK and SMH right there. But XLK a little bit healthier right here. Okay, so there's XLK uptrend, SMH kind of a weak uptrend. Let's take a look at XLI. XLI yesterday, how about that? New all-time high on XLI right there, made yesterday. So industrials putting in a new all-time high yesterday. T2123, new all-time high. GLD, new all-time high. XLF, okay, XLF, this is the all-time high right here. Price action yesterday, lower, I was going to call it an equal high and a higher low. All right, I'm going to call it an inside day. Lower high, higher low, closing inside the bullish trap over rising 17. Okay, making a higher low, waiting on the bulls to produce the higher high, moving up and holding the higher ground. That's all bullish. XLF in an uptrend. XLK uptrend. Okay, SMH weak uptrend. Okay, and then we got XLF uptrend. Last one, IYT. Transports, then we'll hit retail. Transports yesterday putting in an inside day lower high and a higher low, closing inside the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Okay, transports making higher lows and a higher high. That's an uptrend. Okay, that's what makes the trend. The higher lows and the higher highs. Okay, now XRT. XRT still in the downtrend. Couldn't quite make that higher high. Okay, but nice bullish candle. Is that yesterday or is that today? Yesterday was not a bad day for the retail sector because I like Amazon, I like Costco, I like Intel. I don't know if Intel could be classified as retail, but they do sell chips. Okay, anyways, XRT still not in that uptrend. Moving up, yes, but no trend because we're not making higher highs and higher lows. Okay, yesterday's price action, lower high, lower low, closing over, well, no, just inside the high side of that bullish trap over the 17 EMA. So there's XRT, all right, still in the downtrend. But we do have transports, financials, and semiconductors technology, all three in uptrends. We have T2123 making new all-time highs. There's another uptrend. You got precious metals. You got gold making new all-time highs. There's another uptrend. Folks, this is a bullish market. This is one of those markets, okay, when you get that inflation going on, okay, you got a whole lot of numbers coming in. Everybody's selling their goods and services for higher numbers. So you get more revenue coming in on the top line. Let me just say, this is one of those environments where you get that hyperbolic price action where you see price just rocket higher. When you think it's high enough, it goes even higher, okay? That hyperbolic price action, because all those big numbers, they're getting more for the same goods and services because of inflation. All right, they're going to get higher multiples or higher values. All right, so don't be surprised to see that happen in this market. This is the exact scenario that can happen in, is that hyperbolic price movement. Okay, so there's XRT. All right, let's go take a look at the economics package so I can wrap this up and give myself a rest. All right. Oh, if you didn't get last night's birthday trade video, please watch it. A lot of good content in that one. I hope you take some time to watch that one. All right, earnings calendar, 23rd, all right? Again, familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the markets, 24. Familiar names, AutoZone, 50 billion, okay, but nothing that's really going to move the markets. Might affect the retail sector, okay, but it's not really going to move the markets a whole lot. September 25th, Micron, okay, 100 billion. That could affect the sector, but it's not in the trillions, all right? It's not really going to move the markets a whole lot. But Micron, that's pretty nice right there, 100 billion. Hope they don't disappoint. Cintas, 82 billion, all right? There's uniforms and hospitality right there. Again, familiar names, but nothing that's really going to crush the market. Okay, Costco. All right, here we got $500 million, almost $500 million. $402 billion. Going to report Thursday in the evening after GDP. All right, so watch this one. Okay, main event happening Thursday morning and then a little bit more Thursday night. So there's the earnings calendar. We'll keep an eye on that one. Okay, notice 400 billion. It's almost $500 billion. That could affect the markets. Friday, what do we got? Familiar names, nothing that's going to move the markets. Again, more familiar names, nothing that's going to move the markets. Carnival Cruise, got a couple of carnivals here. All right, about, looks like 46 billion, maybe 47 billion right there between the two of them. All right, so there we go. There's our earnings calendar. Max Payne, are they going to do it? Are they going to do it? All right, Max Payne, this is regarding the options that expired today. All right, that's only the options that expired today. Max Payne is 569. I think we just left that area. All right, we have roughly 1.5 puts to every call. Okay, could be a little put squeeze. We'll see. I said the same thing yesterday. We didn't get it. Okay, so we didn't have much happening at all. Okay, remember, we're up at all-time highs, so there will be resistance up here. There will be people selling. There will be corporations that probably even sell their own shares. All right? Only, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because they're up at the all-time highs. All right? And then there'll be some that hold for even higher. We'll see. All right? Economic calendar. Okay? Main event is Thursday, GDP. Today, what do we got? Consumer confidence at 10. FHFA home price index at 9. Case-Shiller home price index at 9 as well. Anybody else? No, that's it. Okay, on tomorrow, NBA mortgage applications at 7. New home sales at 10. Petroleum report at 10:30, just like every Wednesday. And then here's the main event. GDP coming in at 8:30 Thursday morning. Durable goods, 8:30. Jobless claims, 8:30. Corporate profits, 8:30. Mrs. Collins going to speak at 9:10. And then here's Jerome Powell. All right, he can move the markets. He's going to speak at 9:20, 10 minutes before the market opens. Williams is going to speak at 9:25, but it's not Mr. Powell. It will actually be between Mr. Powell and GDP. I do expect GDP to come in really good with that falling dollar. Pending home sales at 10. Gas report at 10:30. That's natural gas. Couple other Kashkari is going to speak. Well, I guess he's going to speak at one event, and he's going to digitalize himself into another event. We've got him twice here on 1 o'clock on Thursday. Okay, and we'll cover Friday when we get closer to Thursday. Okay, so that's it there. And then finally, to wrap this up, falling dollar, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. We have a downtrend, all right? And price action close 192 area yesterday, okay? And we already got a nice red candle today. Okay, just going to say if we break this low right here, okay, that will be a 2.5-year low for the U.S. dollar. Okay, whenever we have a cheap dollar, it allows us to sell our goods and services to foreign countries. It makes us more competitive in the global stage on the global economy. All right, so we'll see what happens. Kind of consolidating here at the low. See that? Moving down and holding the lower ground. That's bearish. Okay, nice bear flag. We like that. Double top up here like that. See if they're going to got the descending wicks. See there? Like that. We could come down here and challenge this. Maybe even break through. We'll see what happens. Remember, we just had a rate cut. Okay, that makes the dollar weaker. Okay, and not only that, we've got a scheduled rate cut. Okay, so not like scheduled, but I mean they're talking about doing another rate cut before the end of the year. Okay, so that makes the dollar even more weaker. Okay, that makes the U.S. dollar. It's going to put more money into the economy, which makes a weaker dollar. Okay, so we'll see what happens there. We could get a break in a new 2.5-year low. We'll see what happens. All right, traders, that's it. All right, please go watch my video. It's a good video. I think there's some good content in there. It is the birthday trade video, as well as I showed a couple of tricks on the TC2000. Take a look at that at the end of the video. If you want to just skip to that, it's up to you. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody in the room. All right, I will be back in 35 minutes to open up the market with you, okay? Remember, green erases red over the pivot. All right, we'll see you in about 35 minutes. I'm going to go render my video.